try not to. Again, for purpose of the drink, I'll do it in this glass instead of the mixing glass. You need brown sugar, 1 bar spoon. So the bar spoon is here. You go soft brown sugar. It's like a level spoon, a little bit more, slightly deep, not too much. Put that in the glass. That's all you need. And you need Angostura bitters, just a bit more, 3 to 4 drops. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's okay. You can add more. Classically, 3 to 4. If you want, people like it more, people like it stronger, but the flavor is very strong. This is something that if it's like salt. If you put too much, you cannot take it away, but you can always add. So it's better to put less, and the customer wants more, you add. If you put too much, the drink is ruined, you waste 2 shots. So you will end up wasting your alcohol, which you don't want to do. It can be made in a lot of different ways. Normally, I would prefer to use Woodford Reserve. It's very difficult to get it here, so for our purposes, we go with Jack Daniels. That's fine. Now, it's a drink that's done in stages. So you do half shots, add ice, add a half shot, add ice, add a half shot. But before we go to that, we need to put orange peel in it, in the glass. So again, we get our orange. You're gonna take a little pieces or you take a strip, however you prefer. But I find it easier to take the strip, to then take out the pith, the white part, and then cut it up. It works a lot easier. So you can just take it, not so much white, you don't want the pith, because it's going to make the drink bitter. If you see, if you bend it, you can get under the skin, the pith, without taking the skin off. So from here, we're gonna slice it up. It's nice to have it a bit knobbly, not look so perfect and uniform. So you can just do it in take this, put this into the glass. So it's orange, you're gonna take out a lot of the acid, the flavor again I was talking about. Then we go with ice. As I said before, this is the thing that we do in stages. So we go with 2 cubes of ice in the glass and half a shot, so 12.5 mils in the glass. Side, mix. This drink classically takes 8 minutes to make. For something so simple, it takes time, but for it to really taste the way it's supposed to taste. If you rush it, it won't taste good. If you take too long, it won't taste good. You put your 2 cubes and you mix it. The ice has to melt down the alcohol with the flavor and melt the sugar in the process. So usually I count it 15 to 20 turns and then I stop and I take more ice, another 2 cubes, another half shot. And I add it in. Again, 15 to 20. I count a turn like twice. So it's not technically more like 40, but that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. That's usually okay. But you see, the more you do it, the more it moves faster and it gets better, it will work faster and give you, again, 2 cubes of ice, half a shot. And the same process again. So as you say, it's kind of a time consuming thing, but at the end you will see the difference. These are the sort of things that it's people that like to sip drinks. So you might have some people that come in and just sit at the bar and drink whiskey on the rocks, or it's like that, but it's a cocktail for those kind of people. You know, they don't want these fancy this and that. It's just a simple thing. They can enjoy themselves, and you know, it's again a soft, easy, relaxing meal. And then your last half, for all in all, it is 50 mils, 12 and a half times 4. Then you put it. It doesn't look like much, but as I said, it's basically a double shot with some bitters and sugar and some orange. It's not a crazy thing. But over the time of us mixing it, the sugar has now mixed in, the bitters have mixed in, the alcohol has mixed in, and the ice has melted a little bit. So there's a little bit of water in there. So it has some, it's not just, you're not straight drinking straight alcohol. So from 50 mils, we've gone up a little bit. So leave that there, get your glass, fill your glass with ice. You want the glass to be full. And in this case, again, 2 or 3, the half the one. So you should always just, it is not a long drink. It's not something that you expect a big volume. It should just be a little glass like this. And again, it's with the orange twist. So just the skin out. You don't want the white part so much. You see the acid coming out. That's the oranges that you need to get. Squeeze the zest out of the orange into the glass, round the glass, and in. Classic. Serve it like that, old fashioned.